G'day folks, how you going? Just thought I'd share this with you. I put on Barkbuster yesterday, a Barkbuster. I wanted to get it all sorted. It was all good as long as you bolt it all up nice and loose. Then you just take each bolt out and well, I do anyway. I took each one out, Loctite, and just assembled it. I worked out on the flip side of this, it gives you the right view. That's the way it's supposed to look. And it also shows you which side these go. Yeah. So anyway, it's not focusing very well, is it? That's okay. So I thought I would do, let me flip this screen around. Oh, it's locked. Must be locked while it's recording. How can I do this? If I put it here. Okay, that gives you a little bit of a view of what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'm a bit grubby. Been gardening all day. I wanted to get all my stuff out of the way before I did this. I've got Barkbusters and I've got some pivot pegs. Ta-da! Awesome. Should be good for standing. And I got some SRC crash bars. There's a bit of a story behind that, but I might save that for the next installation. I'm going to put the foot pegs in when I'm doing the crash bars. But this didn't really take that long, and I thought I'll do a real-time video, show you how they go on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the old cover and it fits nicely on there, so I can incorporate the Kawasaki handguards with the Barkbusters. They fit nicely. I just have to drill a couple of holes, and then I get to use that. These guards are awesome. Like I tell you, even though it's summertime, I do a lot of riding at night time with my fingerless gloves on. I like fingerless gloves. Okay, so let's get to it. And, you know, this will show you how easy it is. Don't hold back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, 10 mil to take. We're going to take the other handguard off first. Which is a 10 mil down the bottom. Put to one side. 10 mil up the top. That comes off pretty easy. You've just got to lift it out from the bottom, flex it a bit. Sort of get stuck into the bolt. So that's two hand guards off. I might clean them up. I'll I'll mock fit them first, and then I might put my wraps on, the wrap that I put on my side guards. I was thinking of getting some Kawasaki green touch-up paint, because I've already put a couple of chips in the tank, and I might highlight the wraps that I've got on there because it's a different grain, but I like the pattern. I think the pattern looks good. I like the skulls. Reminds us of our mortality. Take it easy, ladies and gentlemen. All of us have family or friends or someone who cares for us, so I know it's not easy on a motorcycle. We have a lot of room to push our boundaries on the road, and it's Christmas Eve too. So, okay, so that was easy. So what I did was I separated the right and the left straight from the beginning. Barkbusters. Bought it from my MX store, my local MX store, and it was delivered like 2 days later. So I got some more stickers on the back there, even though I haven't put my crash bars on yet. I got that. My box is starting to look nice and colourful. I like that. I like colour. I like green, of course. You guys know that. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, I separated my right from my left when I started. Made sure I didn't put it together wrong. You got your bar weight end. So this brings in the profile of the handlebars. Aren't so wide now. It shortens the handlebars by about 1 inch. But your Barkbusters sit out further than that, so you don't really gain anything. Anyway, so they suggest that because these are Loctited in, these bar ends, they suggest to run a tap through them after you take them off, and they are right, they are very tight. So what I did was I run mine off, and then I ran the bolt back in and out just to clear the thread of this Loctite. So that's your bar weight end, which is quite significantly smaller than that. So what I do is I just run it back in and out just to clear the thread of the thread locker. Yeah, I think that'll do. I hope you enjoy these real-time videos because I enjoy making them. It shortens the editing process, that's for sure. So what was that? My eyes aren't the best. 6mm. So 6mm, you can put that away because you don't need it anymore. All the rest are, I think they're 5mm. 5mm Allen key. Yep. Okay. So what did I do first? I fiddle-farted a little bit around. I went the clamp first. Get our 5mm, get rid of the extension. Did bit easier to work with. Excuse my my grotty fingernails. I've been doing a bit of plumbing as well. When you live out in the country, you've got to know how to do plumbing. Because to get a plumber out in the country costs a fortune, small fortune. So it goes in here. How did I do that? Above. So what I did, it just happens to fit. On the other side, there's a little plastic cable tie that goes into the handlebar, and it just happens to fit inside that. So I just put in a few threads just for keeping it loose. Remember how this goes. Yep. So bolt down from the top to the bottom. It's got a Nylex nut. Which I don't know, the jury's out on that. Do I put Loctite on Nylex? Probably don't need to, but I am anyway. It is a quacker after all. So I just mocked it up. Nice and loose. And you'll see how quick this goes together. It's got a thread in here. I'm really happy the old handguards fit. I was going to get a new set of handlebars because I've seen these handlebars get bent. I was going to get a pair of high bends because I thought I do need to raise these handlebars a bit. And then I thought, well, hey, put your Barkbusters on. You know, you mightn't bend your handlebars. Anyway, so that goes on nice and loose like that. Okay, so did I get that right? Yes, I think I did. Anyway, hopefully the other side fit in with that cable tie. Just fits, and the sort of cable tie sort of goes under it when you clamp it up. Anyway, so I think I should be happy with that because I think it does fit. I did want to do this video in the early morning because of the light, but it turns out it's overcast today, so the light's not a drama. Oh, bar end weight. Bar end weight. Bar end weight. If anybody knows what these do, leave me a comment. I guess it's to stabilise your handlebars. So that can go in. I say to have them. So I just have it sitting in front of the lever. So I'm not going to tighten that all the way. Right, which one did I tighten up next? I think I tightened this one next. because this way I'll work into the clamp and the that way the clamp will end up in the right position, hopefully. So that's reasonably okay. So put a little bit of thread lock on the Nylex. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit I do. Okay. That's tight. Not tight, but that's tight. Now, just wangle this bracket, make sure. I won't tighten that one yet. Thread lock. Going on. Okay. Oh, probably should put a rag over the tank. Still haven't learned my lesson. I've put like 2 chips in it so far. Oh, call it 3. What a clown. What a nutter. It's okay. Good excuse to get some touch-up paint. Okay. Make sure it's not impeding with anything. Got my wiring loom going over the top of it. Yeah, that's how it's got to work. It's got to work that way. So I think next I tighten this bracket next, I think. All good. And I resisted the temptation to over tighten anything because we've got thread locker. Okay, and I tightened this one last. It doesn't actually give you any idea. It basically tells you in the instructions in the manual, just put it together loosely. Okay. Tight. Oh, better make sure it's on there. Oh, looks okay to me. I think it, what's it say, to put them parallel to the bar. I guess what I can do is just go to the front of the bike and sight it in. It's hard to tell when it's on an angle, isn't it? But it's just, I've got it sitting level. I've got that sitting level. Get down. Is that right? That one looks like it's sitting a bit lower, maybe. Okay. That one. This one. This one. Okay, try that. Okay. Okay. I think that looks about right. Real time vid. Awesome. It's good. And as you can see, I'm going to put my hand guard it fits perfectly like that. Anyway, that's something for down the track. So the longest it took me was to work out which side was which and how it goes. So I'm happy with that. Barkbusters one step closer to being off-road. How long did that take me? 23 minutes. I think the one yesterday probably would have taken me a bit longer by the time I worked out how to do it all. But they're strong as, man. I'm very happy with them. Very happy. Good stuff. So, I'm going to get to putting my SRC crash bars on. I assume, I'm not sure whether they fit with my SW Motec skid plate. That's the only issue. I have mocked one side. It did fit in there. Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure whether I have to take the skid plate off to mount it or not. I really don't want to, because these bolts here will be a real trouble to get back in with the crash guards block that. Anyway, that's another vid. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. I'm going to have a cold beer, wipe the sweat from my brow, and then I'm going to get into the crash bars. That's another vid. Cheers.